My message today is 10 characteristics of a leader. I would go as far as say 10 characteristics of a true leader, because people use the word leader so much it's just watered down now. Everybody, if you can walk across the street, you're a leader. No, of a true leader. So 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 characteristics of a true leader. Number 1, write this down. Get your journals out. Come on, let's go. We're going to school. Let's go. Number 1, high intensity. High intensity. What does that mean? That means honesty. Honest. Be honest. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you say you're going to be somewhere, be there. If you say you're going to do something, commit to it. See, you know, it goes back to when I said I was going to be a senior vice president. I made a commitment to myself, but not only that, I put myself on the spot and I was honest about it. I want it so bad, I'm gonna put myself out there. And see, that's what a lot of people are scared to do is integrity. Have the highest integrity. Integrity is everything. What does Jim Rohn say? How you do anything is how you do what? Everything. Have the highest integrity. Have a high integrity. Number 2, be a person of their word, People that can count on you. You know, in the old days, just be a handshake was your word. Today, people say stuff, don't even follow up on it. Don't even mean nothing about it. Because whatever the crowd do, they do. They let the crowd and the wind blow them so much. Be steadfast in what you say and stick to what you say. Let your words mean something. When I'm saying I'm going somewhere, I've never said I was coming to the city and I never showed up. That's not who I am. No matter what, I could be sick, I could be tired, I still show up. I still show up when I don't feel like it. Because why? People are counting on you. People are counting on me. Be a person of their word. So high integrity and a person, number 2, of their word. Number 2 is a person of what? Their word. When you say something, make it mean something. Be there. No matter what. I've been to a meeting. You heard the other day when I had Jordan gave me a guy I called, and the guy told the story, and you saw the video. He said, I went to Arizona. Where was that in Arizona? Oh, Prescott. And he said the guy, like I said, this guy told me he was a network marketer. He'd have 1,000 people there. I said, okay, 500. Okay, I'll be there. I stopped in a day early on the way to Phoenix, where in Phoenix, I had over 1,600 people in the meeting. And I stopped in one day early because this guy was a network marketer, told me to have that many. He got the hotel room. And I went down, and when this guy walked in, there was a sitting for 1,000 chairs. And about half an hour before the meeting started, they loaded up 500 and put them to the side. So there's only 500 chairs down. They look empty. When the meeting started, there was only 5 people there. And the guy said, Mr. Thomas performed like the room was full. And see, that's important. No matter what, be that person of your word. I showed up, but he didn't show up with the people, but I still showed out for the 5 people. He was so impressed that he drove to Phoenix from Prescott the next day, where he couldn't even get in the room because the room was only set up for 1,000. We had 1,600 people, all on the sides and front and everywhere else. People way down and walked in. You couldn't even walk. He was outside, couldn't even get in. He was so impressed, he signed up. Now, I performed in front of the 5 people as much as I did in front of 1,600. So be a person of your word. A person of your what? Word. And so many people today ain't got no word. They ain't got nothing. That's called, you know, that's old school stuff. But make your handshake mean something. Okay. Number 3, be unselfish. Be unselfish. Willing to go all the way. Willing to go the extra mile. Be willing to go out your way to help people. You know, I was talking to Mr. Bree Clemens. We were here, and you know, I'm the kind of person, when I go somewhere, I always bring something. And I was sharing with Mr. Brian Baker this morning. One of my pet peeves is don't come to my house or don't go anybody's house, show up to go eat, and don't bring at least a toothpick. Bring something, bottle of wine, something. People show up at your house, want to eat everything up, and don't even bring a toothpick. That is, to me, like, oh my God, have some class about yourself. You know, and then what about those on the holidays show up and bring the Tupperware? Name brought Jack. I want to take a plate to go. You ain't buying no food. Well, you take a plate, better take the empty plate back. You know, so people be unselfish. You know, we were talking the other day, and Mr. Clemens, there was people in line, and he took care of us. Man, I do that a lot too. Buy people behind you a cup of coffee. What do you do? Why you buy me a coffee? I mean, it's just amazing. Be unselfish. The people today are so self-centered. Man, look, with a closed fist, you can't give or receive. The more you give, the more God will get you. More. He may not come on this hand, it may come on this hand, but you got to be a giver, folks. Be a giver. Look, I'll give it to you before you take it from me. I will give it to you before you take it from me. And one of the keys that I've been successful because I'm a giver. I'm a giver. When I travel on Sundays, whatever church I go to, there's an amount I got to drop in every Sunday. I don't care where I'm at. I got to visit a church. I got to bless them. And I don't mean with nickel, dimes, and quarters, that stuff that make noise. I mean that paper stuff. And that's one of the keys why I'm so success. My blessings come because I bless others. It's called pay it forward, and the part of compound interest. Man, if y'all understand the principle of compound interest and the law of giving and reaping and sowing, you will be blown away. So be unselfish. Be unselfish. Okay. So number one, high integrity. Be honest. High integrity. High integrity. High integrity. Number two, be a person of your word. Be a person of your word. Even though they may not show up, you show up, but be a person of your word. You know, when I get out of bed in the morning, I make my bed up. I start my morning off. That way, my dad was military. He was a drill instructor, DI, they call him. My old man would take the guys when they come off the bus, you know, from civilian life, flip them into military life, cut the hair, 5-mile run, let's go. My old man brought that home. He didn't play. My old man didn't play. Matter of fact, my nails are cut short, my shoes always shine. Here, I mean, my old man, look, I've loved my dad, but I thought he was hard on me, but he was training me to be a man and what it's like to be a man. So many guys ain't meant. I was under Brian Baker. The music today is like, do this, girl, do, oh God. See, I've come from the area, you romance a woman. You got to romance a person. Man, today, and same thing, in other words, with our IBOs, you got to love on them. Folks, love on them. Love on them. Love on them. Love on them. So let's go back. Unselfishness. Unselfishness. Miss Carter cooked this meal for 50 people. I tried, no. I couldn't give her nothing. Unselfishness. That's her calling. That's her blessing, which she just loves that. That's her way of loving on her. And you could taste the love, that love in the food this weekend. Oh my, it was made with love. Y'all know what I mean? This wasn't no fast food restaurant, no microwave. This is home cooked. Boy, that was some love in that. Boy, you could taste that love. So be unselfish. I had a guy call me, hey, man, Thomas, I got a friend coming to downline. Should I put him front line? But him and his buddy work good together. I said, no, give him to his other buddy because they work good together. He said, okay, just want to make sure. But see, that's unselfishness. A lot of times I don't bring people front line. I give them to the downline. Y'all know some of y'all will give it. Hey, the lady today, I was flying out with Mr. Clemens, the lady on the plane, talked to her. She came by with her son and her daughter-in-law, and we fed them on Saturday. Afterwards, we showed them the 1 through 8 to 10. She liked it. She said, we'll do it when I get back to Vegas. We flew back on the same flight last night. I said, what's your schedule like? You know, and here again, I told one day, and you can have her. You can have her. I hardly ever bring anybody front line. Well, if I'm in a different city and I recruit somebody, I give them to the person there. Because why? It's still part of my team. Now, I could bring that person, hold on. I could bring that person on. Let's say I'm up in Columbus. I'm up there with Miss Belinda Batiste in her part of Ohio, and I prospect somebody, and they were to get in. I'll give her to her. Why should Al Thomas bring him front line? I'm way out here in Vegas. That don't make no sense. That person go down the vine a little bit. I mean, they can plug in the call, blah, blah, blah. But I'd rather give them somebody local. Listen up to me. This is very valuable. I'd rather give somebody local who can physically work with them right there. I'm no more than a phone call away. And I've always done it that way. I have always done it that way. Now, that chance of that person succeeding in the business is a 90% success rate or better. But by me trying to get all me, it's all mine, they have about a 10 or 15% success rate. Because I'm not, because psychologically people think, who's close to me? So I want to have somebody that's right there with them, working with them. Look, let me tell you something. I'd rather get a dime than zero. Does that make sense? I'd rather Mr. Belinda Batiste get 80 cents. This guy or person gets 10. Hey, I'm happy because it's long term. But my bringing this person on is short term. Sure, I get the fast start. Sure, I get little residuals. But because she's there, she can physically show them build their team. Now I got 80 people in the downline. See, that's what I'm talking about, being unselfish. A lot of you know, some of y'all on this call know, I gave you IBOs before. I'm not gonna call nobody's name out, but you know, because that's how you build a strong organization. How could Al Thomas be on top of 28 years of 2 companies? By being unselfish, by being unselfish, by being unselfish. Man, I barely celebrate anybody frontline. I hardly ever do that. I give them to the team. Now, watch this. If every one of you got an IBO for me, would you love me more? Yeah. You see, but not only that, but now you got something to work with. And a smart leader, true leader, is going to do that. They ain't gonna bring nobody frontline. Now, after they build it. Okay, now, number four, loving and caring on people. Loving and caring on people. Loving and caring for people. You know, loving and caring for people. Loving and caring for people. Now, I got to be the first to admit, I got off track a month or so ago. I'm to one of my, I ain't gonna say who it was, but hey, Miss Thomas, you know, hey, loving and caring on people. You got to love and care on people. Look, people don't know how much you care until you love on them. Don't tell me anything. You got to care for people. And the word is unconditional. Unconditional love. We're so busy being conditioned. I love you if you give me that. It's a tit for tat. No, unconditional love. Mr. Bree Clemens came out. I said, man, look, I'm rolling the red carpet off of this guy. His check, look, his cash ain't no good. His credit card ain't gonna work. Man, he ain't paying for nothing. Not even the movies, nothing. Unconditional love. Unconditional. Loving and caring for people. Loving and caring. Love on your team. Love on your team. If y'all ever see me go to a meeting, I'm always hugging on people. I'm always, caring for people. It's important. Next, number 5, where we're talking. Number 5, be sincere. Be sincere. Even with the tough love, still be sincere. I had a guy that I had to get some tough love yesterday to before I left Fresno. I said, let me tell you something. You have the potential of being one of the great ones because you know how to do this business. And I came from a sincere part. When you speak to people, make them feel the sincereness and sincerity of what you say. When you give somebody a compliment, make sure you understand and be sincere about it. Don't just say it. Look, for example, I could step on your shoe and say, excuse me. Or I could step on your shoe and say, excuse me. Which one's more sincere? The second one. So people will feel your sincereness. And I tell people all the time, I really want you in my business. I sincerely want you in my business. Now, here's what we're going to do for you. It's only $224 to get started. Now, here's the goal for you. And I'm sincere. Here's the goal for you. Is to make it $600, $800 in the first week to 7 to 10 days. I want you on my team. And man, I just shut up and give them that, hey, and they can feel my sincereness. Be sincere. Why am I always touching and hugging people? Because I'm sincerely want to love on people. Number 6, hard work. Hard work. See, one of the things that I got being my dad was in the military, and Brian Baker and I sometimes talk, his dad was in the military. We laugh at each other because we're military brats. And we laugh about the different stories about our dads. Because my dad didn't play that. My dad was he was a DI, drill instructor. My dad brought that stuff home. Let me tell you something. Look, when I go, even now, my dad passed 2 years ago. When I go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I still make my bed. My old man didn't play that. Dad, I won't go to a party. What time? Be home at 9. Dad, the party don't start at 10. I said, boy, be home at 9. My old man didn't play that. My old man didn't play that. Dad had talked, I know, but be home at 9. And like Richard Pryor would say, wake me up and bring me a paper. My old man didn't play that. He didn't play that. Man, I'm telling you what, my old man was hard on me. I remember one time I said something to him, and the wall across the room was coming real fast to my face. And the problem was my feet was not moving. He hit me so hard that wall came, man, I'm telling you something. But I thought my old man was a hard guy. But let me tell you what he did. He was protecting me. He loved me. He never said he loved me, but he loved me in a different way. By doing what he did, I look back And when I was 21 in the driveway, I told my dad, thank you for the tough love he gave me. Half the guys are on drugs. A quarter of the guys are in jail. And another bunch of them turned out differently, let's say that. And I thought about it. And at 21, I said, Dad, I want to say I thank you and I love you for keeping me from all that. But at the time, I thought it was so hard. He was trying to protect me from the streets and the world of falling in that trap that so many people do. Young men do and young women do. And at the time, I didn't understand it because he was a hard worker. He wanted me to gain. So he wanted me to understand. And he showed love differently. And at 21, I realized that because I looked around, they were all gone. I made it out. So have a strong work ethic. I get up at 5 o'clock this morning. I'm up earlier. Had to take Mr. Bree Clement. We left here at 5. Normally I take a walk. I take 2 or 3 a day sometimes. But, and I got my earphones in, but I'm also not just walking. I'm also listening to something that's going to bless me. Something that's going to increase my knowledge. So start your day early and start it up and have a daily MO. Mine is I get up, I walk, I pray, and I take my walk. I come usually about 1 or 2 in the afternoon between calls and sessions. I take another walk. Usually evenings before dinner or after dinner, and I'll take a third walk. But I keep this. So I'm a hard worker, and I told people all the time in network marketing, any kind of business. Look, I ain't the smartest. I'm not the fastest, but I flat out outwork you. You know where that comes from? I have a strong work ethic. So hard worker. I'll outwork everybody. I've been on top of 2 network marketing companies. I'm very competitive. I will outwork everybody. I ain't the fastest, I ain't the youngest, but flat out, because my old man instilled that in me at a young age. The question, what is still in you? If I were to open your heart up and open you up, what's still in you? Trying to just get by? I want to be a regional vice president, but you're not doing the work. Look, let me tell you something. Write this down. I'm going to blow your mind with this. Let me write this down. I learned at a young age. Write this down. Work will never kill you. Write that down. Work will never kill you. Write that down. Write it down. There you go. That's right, Mr. There you go, Mr. Freddie Sherman. Write it down. Bill Howard, write it down. Work will never kill you. That's right, Sensation. That's right. That's right, Miss Rivera. That's right there. Write it down. Work will never kill you. Let me tell you something. Work will never kill you, Mr. Bale Bailey. It's good seeing your face today, sir. Work will never kill you, Dee Dee Sanders, but stress will. Lord have mercy. But stress will. Stress of being broke. Stress I can't afford this. Stress that I can't afford that. Stress, oh my God, the insurance payments due. Oh my God, as soon as I did that, the car payments due. I thought I just paid that suckers back again. Oh Lord, oh shoot, in another month. Oh, now the rent's due. Oh my God, now the mortgage due. Oh my God, the bills are paying up. The phone's ringing. Oh shoot, put caller ID on. If I don't recognize, I ain't answering. And all of a sudden they call you from a hello number you don't recognize. Hello, is this so? Oh shoot, your bill payment, bill collector. Oh my God. You know why? Stress, Lord have mercy. I'm trying to tell you, stress will kill you. I ain't never been to a funeral where they said, hey, he died from work. He died from work. No, he died from stress. She died from stress. Stress is they had more month than money. Let me say it again. They had more month than money. You know how you rob Peter to pay Paul? Let me put a little bit on this bill this month, and then next month, put a little bit on that bill. Oh no, let me put a little bit on that bill this month, and then let me stretch it out to next month. Let me tell you something. Every one of you, your ACM business will make you won't have to stretch anymore. Let me say it in a general way. You will not have, if you really put your head down and go to work. After this weekend with the announcements, what are we waiting on? See, I almost sent this text out this morning. The problem that stops most people is you. Ain't nobody stopping you but you. So I'm a hard worker. I ain't the youngest. Mr. Jason Digger, I ain't the youngest. I ain't the handsome one. Mr. Joe Mar Sharp is. But I tell you what, I will flat out work you. I will I'm telling you, I'll flat out work you. See, that's one of my keys. The law of numbers don't lie. Law of big numbers don't lie. When I started doing the presentation, I wasn't like I was. See, Sam Foss will outwork you. He going to the mall. He gave you all the secrets. Some of y'all still won't do it. He runs through the numbers. He don't care. I don't care either. See, as you do more numbers, the more people you bring in, you get more people in the business because you get better as you practice your trade. And like the professionals say, it takes 10,000 hours to be a professional. No, you just got to go through enough numbers. Wow. So be a hard worker. Number seven. Be non-judgmental. Be non-judgmental. Don't judge anybody. Don't be judgmental. You don't know who's going to take it to the next level. Don't look at the word prejudice. Matter of fact, write the word prejudice out on a piece of paper. Write it out on your journal. Prejudice. Look at the word prejudice. Write it out. Let me show you something. Write the word. That's right, Miss Evelyn. Write the word prejudice out. Now slice it right there at the P-R-E. Slice it in half. It means prejudge. You see, look at it. Look at the word prejudge. See, people prejudge people, places, and things all the time. They misjudge, you misjudge people, places, things all the time. Oh, well, she ain't want to do it. She making pretty good money. How do you know? How do you know? They're going to bed tonight, Heather Perry, and hugging their husband, a tear going down their eye, mascara dripping, and honey, how we going to do in 6 months when we got a 6 months notice the job is going to be transferred, or you're going to be going away, or the income went down? How do you know that? You don't know that. Well, they drive a nice car. Hey, man, that means, see, the only difference in their bill and your bill is a zero behind the payment due. So all the difference is a zero, maybe 2 zeros behind their income, and also 1 or 2 zeros behind the amount of money they got to pay on their bills. Don't you get it? It ain't no difference in you and them. This is more zeros. It all is zeros. I learned that years ago. Put a zero behind your paycheck and then put a 0 or 2 behind your bill. It's all the same. All we did is knock it. Y'all ain't got to that point yet. It's all zeros. So don't judge anybody. Your job, Jerry Marshall, we talked about this weekend, is to present in front of everybody, because you don't know the duds from the studs, the zeros from the heroes. You don't know who they are. I got a guy in the business named Kevin Kong, and this guy was from, what was he, Vietnamese? And this guy would smile. He dressed like a golfer. Nothing matched. Plaid, stripes, purples, greens, nothing matched. And Kevin, you can tell Kevin, you look terrible. Ha, good. I love you. You could not break this guy's spirit. I learned a very valuable lesson from Kevin. And people talked about him. He didn't care. He had nothing to go but up. He was from another country. He spoke English bad, but he didn't care. Kevin always smiling. He always smiling. You can say something. You can break his spirit. Kevin went on to be one of the biggest money, another leg of big money earners in my organization, because you couldn't break his spirit. He started making big money. He was still dressed the same way. He sent money back home to his parents and grandparents, because that's the culture they come from. But man, when I went to his house, I'd never sit on the couch because, well, anyway. But the whole idea, if I did, I wouldn't have no more kids, but I wouldn't try to have kids anyway. But the whole idea, you cannot break that man's spirit. What was number 5? Loving and caring. Loving and caring was number 5. Number 4 was being sincere. Number 6 is don't be don't be judgmental. Man, see, when I see people from other countries, I get excited, because they come to America not for a job, they come for an opportunity. I talked to a guy the other day from Jamaica. I said, hey, man, you from Jamaica, man? Yeah, man. I said, how many jobs? Most Jamaicans have 7 or 8 jobs. I love them because they're hustlers. They didn't come to America to be broke. They didn't come to America for a job. They come for an opportunity. See, but you got to be on point with people. Present the opportunity to everybody, because write this down. You don't know the duds. Write this down. You don't know the what? The duds from the studs. Write that down, Miss Walker. You don't know the duds from the studs and the zeros from the heroes. The zeros from the heroes. You don't know. You don't know what's in that man or woman's heart. You don't know how bad they want it. Like Sam Foster said, backbone and pot. You don't know. I've had people, here's one of my things I say to people. You've been praying that how long prayer? Today, God answered. And I said that to people a lot of times. And you know what? Tears will start popping and going down the cheek. Because I said, how did you know? How did you know I've been struggling? How did you know it's been hard on me? How did you know I couldn't pay my car payment? How did you know I'm a month behind my payments? How did you know? I didn't know. People struggle quietly. And it's the pain of being in a struggle with nowhere out. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I have the ticket for them to wear. It's the Willy Wonka golden ticket. It's the Willy Wonka golden ticket to get out. To get out. Now, you mean to tell me if you can't put $224 to the side, miss a bill this month like you done before, right? And let's go to work and make that money back in 2 weeks before the due date. See, you guys haven't got to people. You got to roll your sleeves and get down dirty with them. Get them down the trenches. Let's take this little bit of money and let's multiply it at $600 to $800. And let's do it in the next week to 10 days. And I'm gonna be in the trenches. Look, I'm rolling my sleeves. I'm gonna get in the trenches with you. I'm gonna get in the trenches with you. I'm gonna get in the trenches with you. Man, you realize how many people will get involved when you got in the trenches with them? Knowing that they're struggling and they found a way out. I'm gonna be right there holding hand every step of the way. Lord have mercy. Every step of the way, every step of the way. Do you realize people will put that rent money in the ACN because they trust your word, because you with them every step of the way, Curtis Evans, every step of the way, Sam Foster, they will come up with that money. I had ladies go in their bank account. You know what? Everybody look at me. Their women's bank account. Everybody look at me. The women go in their bank account. Look. They go in their bank account and get that money out. Go in there. They go in that bank account, get that money out, and they like, rep, okay, here's 224. Here's my hold on, let me get my, here you go, Miss Thomas. Every step of the way, sir. Yeah, baby, every step of the way. Come on, let's go. Man, do you realize, man, people will do that if they knew that they know, oh my God, if they knew you're gonna stick with them. Do they know that you're gonna be there with them? Do they know you're gonna be in there with them? Man, I've had people give up their last money to join my company because they knew, Willie, I was gonna walk with them, work with them. I'll be there in the morning. What time? 4, 5. What time? Let's go. Let's go. So, but see, are you letting people know that you're gonna be there with them? Remember I said earlier? Integrity was number 1. Number 2, be a person of your word. Number 3, unselfishness. See, that's part of that. Hey, I tell people all the time, here's one of my sayings I say, write this down. You're not going to be mad at me. Write this down. You're not going to be mad at me if I help you get 90 cents of the dollar and I take 10 cents. Who's going to say no to that? Let them know, hey, I'm here to help you make money. You're not going to get mad at me if you get 90 cents of the dollar and I get 10 cents. See, that shows unselfishness. That shows loving and caring. That shows sincereness. That shows, number 6, I'm going to be a hard worker. Now, I ain't going to do the work for you. I'm going to be there with you. Now, I ain't going to do the work for you. I'm going to teach you. Like the Karate Kid, wax on. Come on, y'all. Watch it. Wax on, then wax off. Come on now, wax on. Let's make this money back and wax off. See, that's all this business is. But are you sincerely letting people know how you're going to be there with them every doggone step of the way? My God, that would be so powerful. Your check would be so big the bank would bounce. Man, do they know that? Do they know in their heart that you're going to be there with them, Mr. Do they know? Are you approaching people? Do they know? Do they know? I ain't judging nobody. Come and tell you something. You can't tell the duds from the studs, the zeros from the heroes. But I am not judgmental because I don't know who the next superstar gonna be. I met a guy that about 4 months ago. I thought he had no friends left, but it only takes one. My billionaire mentor always told me, he says, Mr. Willie, he said, Al Thomas, all you need is 6 legs. Find one, watch this, oh my God. Find one superstar in each leg, I'll make you a fortune. One, but you got to go through a bunch of them to find that one superstar. Girls, you know what they're talking about, you know, to find that prince, you got to, how many frogs y'all got to get? It's the same doggone thing, Miss Marcia Carter. Come on, Queen A, it's the same. What's the difference? Y'all trying to find love, got to find that frog, got to find that man. Shoot, you make enough money, they find you. I never worry about a woman. Man, I gotta go make some money. I never had to worry about that. Guys chasing women. Man, I never chased a woman. Oh. The Bible says loving kindness. Loving kindness. What's number 4? Loving and kindness. Oh my God. Been beating off with a baseball bat. Y'all trying to trade love. You go build a business, you'll find more than love. See, then you watch this. Let me give you some game. Now your brain, because you're making money, and watch this. Now your brain is on a higher frequency. And all of a sudden, you will get that person that you're looking for on the same frequency you're on at that point. Let me tell you something. Oh my God, y'all ain't caught that one. Let me say it another way. Lord, I'm gonna teach this one. There's a difference between an eagle and a chicken. They're both birds. They're both of the same species, but they both, oh my God, they both can't fly high. Only an eagle will attack a storm and go over the storm. A chicken and a bird will never, and an eagle will never mate. Oh my God, an eagle makes love in air as they drop. Chicken is chicken, he can't do that. Chicken's always looking down. An eagle's always looking, oh my, y'all always looking up. How you gonna hang out with a chicken if you're an eagle? You can't do it. They can't go where you go. They can't do nothing you do. An eagle can see 3 miles down and come down and soar and catch up. Come on. But you want to hang out with a chicken. But as you elevate yourself in this business as a regional director and RVP, you're going on a higher frequency. Watch this. What did Mr. Jen Kimona's husband said? I met her in ACN. Oh, you met your wife in ACN? Oh, so many people meet people in ACN. Why? They're on a higher frequency. Oh my God. Y'all got to get on that frequency. You'll find a different class of people. Eagles. You don't find, so let me tell you something. Let me look around, be rook. You don't find chickens in ACN. You find eagles. Mm-hmm. Let that sink in. Look at Willie over there laughing. Let that sink in. You find there's so many people found their mate in this business. Not that you got to find one. It's just that you're going on a higher frequency. When he said that, I wrote it in my notes. I'm going back in my notes, y'all. Hold on a second. I'm going back in my notes. Hold on. Lord have mercy. Bless me, Lord. Let me go back in my notes. When what's his name got involved, he said, I found her in ACN. Oh, Angel Kimona said, I found Jen Kimona in ACN. I said, oh, because of the mindset. The mindset. A chicken can't be an eagle on the same wavelength. Have y'all seen an eagle and a chicken baby before? I ain't never seen one. Let me shut up and move on. Because y'all have to know that you're eagles. God ordained you from before you're born to fly like this. But the chicken's trying to hold you down. You can't do anything, your money. Don't believe in that. So let me move on. Let me move on. Non-judgmental. Non-judgmental. Number 8. Dependable. See, leaders, the characteristics of a true leader, they're very dependable. They're very dependable. I call Mr. Bree Clemens very dependable. 3.0, very dependable. Chris King, very dependable. Sam, for so many of y'all are so dependable, very, very dependable. My surprise I knew I could trust Mr. Ismail, very dependable. Miss Sonia, very dependable. Let me ask you a question. Who can depend upon you to do what you say you're gonna do? Very dependable. And the other thing about being dependable, watch this. They volunteer a lot. Coach, give me the ball. Let me take it in. Hey, let me do this. Michael Jordan always say, hey, coach, give me the ball. Hey, let me have it. When the time got down, who did they give it to? Michael. Who did they give it to? LeBron. Who did they give it to? Kobe. Who did they give it to? People that were dependable. Did they make it all the time? No. But they knew they could count on them. Who can count on you? Did you get on the phone and man the phone call? Hey, we got an international going on. Call everybody in your downline whether they're live or not and doing the, hey, we're having this, see, man, that's so powerful. Every one of you should have had at least 3 or 4 people minimum where you were this past weekend or watch it from wherever they at. Matter of fact, I had a gentleman, that surprised me, he rented a room. Because he took upon himself to rent a room, bring his whole team over there to a hotel. Or you wait for somebody else to set the pace? Well, let's see what they do. Why do you gotta wait for them? Why don't you do it? Or why don't you call around? Hey, why don't we all get together and chip in and do it together? See, that's what a true leader does. Man, Mr. Bree Clemens, I want him out. I said, man, I'm gonna fly you out first class, man. He fell asleep on the plane, the first flight. He said he still buckled up, heard and he went to sleep. From Charlotte, from Nashville to Charlotte, only an hour and 10 minutes. He fell asleep, woke up like plane's already on ground. Next flight, he didn't know in the first class you didn't have all the beer, and then the guy was drinking all that. So, man, what's this? Anyway, it's so funny. But here again, just say a thank you, man. Thank you. Come out here and say thank you. I want, man, we go golfing, we do this, we do. Hey, man, said thank you. But let me, Ben, because I got people around me dependable. Who around you you can call on that's dependable? That means you ain't built a team yet. You got suspects. They're still suspicious of you. Why are they suspicious of you when you bring them to the company? Because they're not quite sure if you're going to be with them the whole way. Let me tell you a story. I talked about this weekend. I bought this house, my first house I ever bought. I was 18 years old. Back in the day, they did these old FHA loans you could assume. I put the $1,800 down, took over the payments with a duplex. Never forget it. In Oakland, Miss Pat Robinson in Oakland, Al Foster, Randall in Oakland, on 92nd and Holly. There's a duplex around the corner. The front had 2 bedrooms, the back had 1 bathroom. I went by there about a month ago when I went to the Bay Area, and remember just saying, God, look where you brought me from. Anyway, let me get back to the story. And I never forget when I bought this place. I knocked on the door and I said, I'm the owner. Now watch this. They look at me like, you the what? Little 18-year-old kid. I'm the owner. I come to get the rent. That was wrong. They told me to come back in 3 weeks. Came back. They gave me the runaround. Long story short, I had to get evicted, but I had to learn. But I had to learn how to do what I had to do. Now, the guy that I bought it from, his name is Eddie Reese. Never forget the guy's name. From the day that deal closed to this day, I've never seen that man. He said, I'll be here all the way with you. He left. As soon as he got his commission, took off. To this day, 150 years later, I still ain't seen that man. Because why? He was not dependable. He was only there to get his commission. And I said to myself then, I don't ever want to be like that. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to be the man of my word. I'm going to be unselfish. I'm going to be that person, sincere, high integrity, a person of my word. That taught me a very bad lesson at 18 years old. Number nine, driven. Oh, this is a big one. Some of y'all might just click off right now on this one. Some of y'all going to hang up on me. I know it. Driven. They have their eye and set their eye on the goal and the prize of the high calling. Uh-oh. Is that biblical, Mr. Thomas? I ain't going to say nothing. They set their eyes are set on the goal and the prize of the high calling. They hope to make, they have a made up mind. Nothing, oh my God, nothing, Mr. Curtis King, nothing, Mr. Curtis Evans, nothing is going to stop them. Nothing. Sam Falk, ain't nothing going to stop that guy. Ain't nothing going to stop them. They are driven. How driven are you? Mr. Jomar Sharp called me and said, Mr. Thomas, I want to come and hang out with you for a couple of days. When can I come hang out with you a couple of days? Because I want to, watch this, I want to learn from you. I want to watch you. He's been knowing me for years. He lived, when I had a house here in Vegas, I had also had a place in Dallas. He used to come by my place in Dallas. I had 2 homes to live between. It's been years, Mr. Thomas. I just got back from Australia, me and my wife, Bree, and I want to come out and hang with you. Now think about that. That's a leader. That's the truth. He came, I said, well, you know, I'm going to, you know what? I snapped my face. I said, come on, meet me out in Fresno. He didn't say, it's all right, when? I said, this weekend. They don't know I'm coming. He said, okay, I'm gonna get a Friday night flight out. It's okay. Then he said, I'll be there Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Okay, go, no problem. I'm gonna let him talk in just a few minutes. We had a blast. We had a blast. I said, you get here, we got you. I had to catch Uber. Okay, that's fine. We got you the rest away. We went here, went there. You ain't got a hotel. We're gonna stay on the Ismail's house in the couch. Don't worry, we got you covered. He was driven. He wants to know. So many people wanted the microwave, wanted it easy. Ain't no thing, look, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it if it's easy. Making wealth is not easy, but it takes commitment. Jamar Sharp, unloosen his phone and let him speak a little bit about this weekend. And then we'll get to number 9, then we'll close it out. Driven. Take his phone off of mute, sir, when you got a location, and share about this weekend. There you go.
Mr.
I got to tell him about the call you called me. Tell him about, start with the call you gave me. And then tell them about the weekend if you want to.
Yes, sir. So first, I want to say thank you for everything. As you mentioned, I've known you for years, and you've always been someone that from the start you said, I'm going to be there with you by your side every step of the way, as long as you don't ever give up. And so just want to thank you for everything you've done for me. And
hold it right there for a second, sir. Thank you for that. Did y'all notice what he said? I said I was going to be there. What? Every what? Mr. Diggin, you get that? Miss Walker, you get that? What he said, I was going to be there every step of the what? Miss Luana, I was going to be there, Celia, every freaking step of the way. Have you told any, when last time you told somebody that 8 years, 9 years? How many have you told that to? Lord have mercy. I'll be there with every step of the way. Willie, every step of the way. Bill Howard, Bill Bailey, every step of the way. Miss Black, every step. Come on now. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I get excited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the call, I called you and I just said, you know what, I need to get some energy back. 2020 beat me up a little bit, honestly, but I need that positive energy around. And you said, you know what, I'm headed out for another pop-up. No one knows about it, so don't say anything. And I'm just so happy that you allowed me to join with you, because that weekend I felt at home. Everyone, the Carters were so kind, opening up their home, food, and it was that moment where they say, you know, it's you have two days in start dates in ACN. It's when you actually pay your money and start, and when you actually get it. And I felt like this weekend is when I got it. It all came together. These trainings, listening into the back, into on the YouTube, going back and listening to some of the previous videos. Everything all came together that weekend, and it was just a beautiful moment to be with you and learn from you, and just be able to ask the questions and see you work your magic. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And, you know, practice your pool game. Anyway, had to throw a curveball in there. Time. There you go. Practice your pool. See, I love on them. Just love on people. High integrity, check. Personally, your word, check. Unselfishness. Come on, y'all, check your checklist. Check. Loving and caring of your people. Check. Sincere. Check. Hard worker. Check. Unjudgmental, even in pool. Check. Dependable. Check. Driven. Oh, check. And number 10, write this down. Number 10. Come on, y'all. Number 10 is balance. Balance. You got to have balance in your life. You got to have balance. What are you talking about, Mr. Thomas? Balance. I'm glad you asked. Balance, Daryl Rancid. Balance is time for your ACN business. Check. Time for church or whatever spiritual you choose. Check. Quiet time to think and listen to God give you directions. Check. I'm gonna come back to that one in a minute. Family time. Check. Playtime. Check. Now watch this. Watch this now. Hold on to your seats. Plug your seatbelt in, Sam Foster. ACN time. Mr. Bree Clemens and I going out there, and Mr. Sharp came with us. He flew all the way out from Dallas, Texas, by the way. He's back home now. Check. We went to church. Y'all hear I went to church yesterday morning with the Carters and the pastors in our downline, some of the IBOs at the church in our downline in Fresno. Check. Watch this. Oh, you did church time? Yeah. Quiet time. Yep, had a lot of quiet time. See, quiet time is when God can tell you, because you got so much noise around you. Quiet time will tell you, oh, hey, remember that girl you met the other day? You better call her. Hey, remember that guy said something a couple weeks ago? You need to get his number, call him. Hey, quiet time is reflecting on people that you forgot to call, because now you're quiet in a location and God can whisper in your ear different names, Dee Dee Sanders. He can tell you, Miss Walker, hey, remember that guy? What, you ever call him back? Hey, Miss Walker, remember the friend that said she's gonna sign? Hey, see, quiet time is a time to reflect. Oh my God. Hey, Jason, don't forget blah, blah, blah. Hey, Miss Jackson, don't forget this. Hey, Miss Luana, remember that customer? Hey, I heard, you know, matter of fact, on Friday, I had to acknowledge her because Mr. Nelson said last Friday, go get 5 ID seals. She got 5 because she listened. Why? Quiet time. Then the other day, she said, Miss Thomas, I got 2 more. Look, she got 7 hands up, 7 fingers up. Hey, I got some more. See, quiet time, Miss Malta will give you people that you, oh, I need to call so-and-so about ACN. Oh, I forgot all about them. See, quiet time. See, when you get alone with God, he can speak to you. You're around music, noise all day long. Some of y'all can't sleep. Some of y'all go to sleep to noise. I can't. See, I got waterfalls. I got 2 of them on in the house and 1 outside. I got 3. Last night, Mr. Brick, man, you waterfalls. Yeah, I got it, man. You can remember my other house. Man, all this water. I love waterfalls. Why? Because it's serenity. It's time for me to connect with God. It's quiet. It's soothing, soothing, soothing to the soul, to the spirit. Family time. Very important. Let the family get some balance in your life. And you got playtime. This weekend, we did ACN, we did church, we did quiet time after we ate all that good food. We are family, because my ACN family hung out together, and then we had playtime. We went to the movies together on Saturday night, about 15 of us. See, do you catch what I'm saying? This is my ACN family. We make money together. We also worship together. We play together. Wow. Do people know you really showing them how to love on them? Wow. Wow. See, I go out to South Carolina, I hear Mr. Curtis Evans. I sit back sometime in awe in him. He tell people, look, we're going to take you to the top with us. That's one of his conversation pieces. Come on, join us. We're going to take you to the top with us. Me and Miss Darlene and Reggie, we're going to take you to the top with us. See, he's always telling people where he's going with them. I'm not just here to leave you. I'm here to take you with me. Man, I go out to South Carolina. We wear off 2 sets of tires, go up down the highway. Like a politician, y'all with that shaking hands, kiss baby, tell people, hey, come on, go with us. Come on, get in, go with us. Mr. Jetta, come on, go with us. Love on them. So I'm gonna reiterate the 10 characteristic traits of a true leader, not just a leader, a true leader, not a leader's leader. Oh, I wanna hear that, I wanna vomit. So, but a true leader. Got it, Mr. Jetta? Miss Cooper, got it? Okay, good. Miss Zoe Duffy, good. I'm glad. Number 1, have high integrity. High integrity. High integrity. High integrity. Number 2, be the person of your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you say we'll get to the next position, then go out all out and do it. Don't have any excuses. I didn't tell a co-founder I make excuses. I couldn't make it to SVP because of this or that. I've never been that kind of person. I wouldn't even know how to say that. Be a person of integrity, a person of your word. Next, be unselfish. Let me stop here. Make your, there's some people in Fresno. I'm not here to put anybody on blast. We made a date by the next international to get to where we need to go. You know who you are. And I'm gonna hold you to that. You should hold yourself accountable. Be accountable. Be a person of your word. Go out and get it done. Wrap it up. You got plenty of time. And I would start working harder right now than ever before. Like I said, Al Thomas ain't smart. He ain't the handsomest, he's the youngest, but I'm flat out, I'm working. Number 3 was what? Unselfishness. Go out and give unselfish. Number 4, loving and caring for your people. And number 5, be sincere when you open your mouth. Make your words mean something. Work hard in the business that your signature becomes an autograph. How many books have I autographed in magazines? I can't even tell you. I just worked my buns off. It wasn't a goal. It's just that if you work hard enough, it becomes that. Number 5, be sincere. Number 6, a hard worker. I tell you what, let me give you something. You want to be a COC SVP? I'll work out, Thomas. Number 7, non-judgmental. Because you don't know who's going to come in, where they're going to come in at. Your thing is presented to everybody. Don't judge them. Don't prejudge them because you don't know who they know. Number 9, be driven. My God, I'm driven. I am driven. What about you? How driven are you? Even the devil is driven. The devil is even driven. I saw him run across the street the other day with a bucket of ice. He was so hot. How driven are you? How driven are you? How driven? It was hot down there. Some of y'all catch that later. Mr. Jason and he over there cracking up at that joke. Okay, I said again. It was so hot, I saw the devil with a bucket of ice running down the street, trying to cool off. Number 10. Can we have some fun? All right. Number 10, balance. You gotta have balance in your life. Spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional. Emotional, take that out of the scene. This is a business. Emotional, spiritual, financial, and what? Physical. Physical, emotional, right? Spiritual and financial. Now, the balance we talked about, balance and ACN. Balance time for your ACN business. I just started with an hour a day. My first year, then with the 3 hours a day. Because I was making it 3 hours, but it took somebody to make 8 hours on the job. I was doing it 3 hours. So my network marketing business in 3 hours did what most people had to do 8 hours on the job. Oh my God. Then church, whatever faith you may be. And it all comes back to the same. It's so funny to me. Next, in balance, quiet time. Miss Ismail has a room set up in her house. The 5th room is like a place you go and just meditate. It's called a meditation room. Yesterday morning, we were supposed to play pool. I was up, Mr. B. Clem was up, the other 2 guys weren't up. But anyway, we're gonna talk about Jamar Sharp or Mr. Ismail, we're gonna talk about that. But I went in the meditation room, I pulled out my book, and I read my book in the meditation room. She has a swing in there. I sat there and read my book, and after about 20 minutes, I prayed. Quiet time, family time. And then you have that playtime. Playtime for me is sitting on the couch watching a movie, old movies back in the TCMI, Turner Broadcasting, old movies. I like the old movies, with gangster movies with, dang, I can't think their name right now. Humphrey Bogart. Obviously, I like the old stuff. See, that's my playtime. I don't have to go out and drink and get crazy. I know that's my playtime, my downtime. So you got to have that balance in your life. My son and I were going on a date next. What day we going on a date? We're going July 2nd. My son and I we're going to go father and son date. We're going to go out, and that's family time. He's 19. He's getting to go to college. Hey, daddy. Okay, hey, put your pops in there now. I got to have some time with my son now. Why do you do this business? So you got to ask yourself why you're doing this business. See, we can't be one side all about the money, because it ain't about the money. It's about having enough coming in that you can do the things you want to do in life. And that's why I do ACN. Yes, thank God, because I put my kids both through college and one of them, and also private school. They're called lifers, a private school, then from pre-K all the way through. Thank God ACN. Well, why is that? Thank God that daddy had these 10 high quality traits to be able to go to work to make the money real, to let them have a better life. Because we all want a better life. Some of you were doing ACN because you want a better life for your mama, your daddy, your stepdaddy. It doesn't matter who it is, but this business will give it to you. If you just step up to the plate, roll your sleeves up and be like Popeye, can't take it no more. And then open up your spinach, called ACN. And then go to work like Popeye. Come on. Don't be wimpy. Wimpy's always ask for a hamburger. Always ask for a handout. Don't be wimpy. Be like Sam Foster, backbone posture. There you go, Willie, backbone posture, backbone posture. So I iterate high integrity, person of your word, unselfishness, loving and caring, sincere, hard worker. Don't be judgmental, dependable, and also driven. And number 10, have balance in your life. Balance, baby, balance. So I want to thank you all for the day. Tomorrow, Sam Foster's going to be bringing, you're going to hear a couple of testimonies, probably one tomorrow, but I'm going to here to take, do something this morning to move your business forward.